Hello and welcome. Mumbai's monsoon isn't just a test of patience and infrastructure, it is also reshaping market trends altogether. Which sectors are set to outperform? Which are going to face more pressure? Well, to decode all of that, I'm joined by Feroz Aziz, Joint CEO, Anand Rathi Wealth Limited, who is joining us for an exclusive interaction on Times Now Digital. Thank you for your time. I'd like to begin by asking you, look, which sectors should investors be betting on given the monsoon impact at the moment?
Good afternoon, Sakshi. It's nice to be on your digital channel. Like you, of course, we are all Mumbaikars, and we see the monsoon outside our windows. We hardly could see much, but yeah, it's a good time to be in as long as you're at home. But yeah, coming from a capital market standpoint, equity market what's its impact? Why is monsoon so important? That's the first thing which one should ask. Say, यार बारिशों से अब stock market में क्या impact होता है? Right? So if you look at the workforce in India, 45% of the workforce in India is indirectly or directly employed by agriculture sector. Right? Agar 45% log are going to be dependent for their livelihood from agriculture, that's where the impact comes from. Ek acha monsoon, a good monsoon increases the farm output. If the farm output is good, then there is more money in these 45% of the people's hands. If that's the case, automatically you can see monsoon as every year during this period when there's so much water logging and there's some negativity also, you can see it as a positive that this is a stimulus package to the rural India, right? Not by the government, by God, right? So biggest beneficiaries, what will it be? When a rural person has more money, what does he do? In common sense language, he buys more biscuits, he buys he spends on FMCG. So that becomes a very, very important sector which benefits from a good monsoon. Now, if he gets even better monsoon, he goes buys himself a tractor, so auto, or buys himself a two-wheeler. So that's another sector which has a great benefit always from a standpoint of good monsoon. So stuff like that, agriculture and fertilizers. RBI gets enough breather. महंगाई कम होती है, so RBI gets a breather to reduce interest rates, which propels so many. So many sectors have a direct or an indirect impact. But what's
Right.
important is why is there an impact, and then what's the impact?
Right. So the sectors that you feel will witness pressure then as a result of the monsoon?
See, what feels pressure is there's nothing which substantively feels the pressure. Of course, there are some peripheral sectors like entertainment, something related to hospitality, takes a little beating during these seasons because people find it difficult to venture out. So restaurants are not doing very well in a monsoon area relative to what they could have done during good times, and summers are great times, and especially after the holidays, summer holidays, or the kids are over, there's a lot of pressure on those sectors. But those are not represented in the stock market so very well, right? See, a defense company is going to be listed largely, right? Big FMCG companies are listed. So you don't see a lot of capital market impact adverse to sectors during very heavy monsoons or successful monsoons.
Right. Now, for all our viewers watching and saying, okay, could you advise us on the stocks then that they should be watching out for closely during the monsoon? What would you say?
See, I personally think, Sakshi, I would not be qualified to comment on specific stocks, but I can definitely dwell more on what can have a slowdown. Like, for example, cement could have more slowdown. Now, wherever we are currently, if you look at where we are in the capital markets today, equity market kahan hai? वो बहुत important है. This monsoon is a little unique. Why is this monsoon unique? Because last 2 years return, if you look at 9 June 2024, and then fast forward 2 years and come to 9 June 2026, you'll be surprised that Nifty is lower than the value it was 2 years back. It might be a bad news for the money you've already invested, but it's a great news for the money you're going to earn or you've already earned. So in today's situation, you don't have to pick up stocks at all. You have to pick up the broader market. Whenever in the past, last 26 years of this century, when Nifty has been 2 years negative, next 3 years, it always has been positive. And the minimum return is 4, the maximum return is 40% a year for 3 subsequent years, and the average return is 21%. ऐसे समय में खरीदने के लिए हिम्मत की जरूरत पड़ती है, बट वो हिम्मत की दात देता है मार्केट आपको। 3 साल की होल्डिंग पीरियड, ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ कि 2 साल नेगेटिव के बाद 3 साल किसी को नेगेटिव रिटर्न मिली हो, provided you have the courage and the maturity to not look at it every day and open it after 3 years. So buy the broader market. You don't have to pick up stocks is the key message I'm giving, especially when the markets are not at their peaks.
Right. Well, thank you for explaining that historical trend for our viewers. And lastly, if you had to give a word of caution till the monsoon season is underway, what would you say to investors? What would you say to viewers at the moment?
Yeah, I would say Indian bull market has often had a rural heartbeat. Okay, a healthy monsoon does not only improve the agriculture output; it improves the sentiment and the quality of earnings of the company. So when you see the monsoon, when you have your neck, knee deep water, not neck deep, hopefully. Knee deep water when you're walking through those train journeys, which Mumbai is popular for, and it's so exciting also. Sometimes it's very irritating. You know that the country is benefiting, and that's how you can go back home after a drenched day to feel positive.
All right, too. Lots of optimism there and less disruption. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and for joining us for this exclusive interaction. Thank you.